Today's topic. So YouTube has made a big announcement. YouTube commits $100 million to amplify black creators and artists. And I got very excited because like, stimulus check.
No,
you know what I'm saying?
What's the but? What's the downside? Who do I have to sell my soul to?
So this is from the original YouTube blog, okay? And there was one thing that I really want to talk about. So this is how they plan on supporting the black community. We've always been proud of, we are a platform that celebrates a broad, diverse set of voices. Okay. And we have implemented many policies that protect features and policies and product features to protect our communities. But we recognize we need to do more, in particular with the black community, and that's why we are committing to the following actions. Amplifying black voices. Do you think that's why we've been getting a boost in subscribers? Nah. Amplifying black voices. We're committed to doing better as a platform to center and amplify black voices and perspectives. Today, we're announcing a multi-year $100 million fund dedicated to amplifying and developing voices of black creators and artists and their stories that you agree with. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100.
I was about to say
that you agree with. And one example of the type of content we'd like to elevate on the platform will premiere Saturday, June 13th. Are we the June 13th?
Yes, we are.
The YouTube will bring together creators, artists, influential public figures, and prominent activist voices for roundtable discussions and musical performances with donations benefiting the Equal Justice Initiative. I pretty much guarantee you they're not going to have too many right-wingers there. Pretty much guarantee, but we'll see later on today. Through the month of June, our Spotlight channel will highlight racial justice issues, including the latest perspectives from black community on YouTube alongside historical content, educational videos, and protest coverage. You can already feel there's going to be bias towards the left. Here's the part that interests me. Protection from hate and harassment. We've taken many steps over the years to protect diverse communities from hate and harassment across the platform, including black creators and artists. And last year, we developed our most stringent hate speech and harassment policies. Our updated policies especially bans videos alleging that a group of races appear based on qualities like race, gender, religion, or sexual orientation in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion. As a result of these changes in our ongoing enforcement, last quarter alone, we removed 100,000 videos and 100 million comments for hate and harassment. That is true. I don't get too many comments that say, "Good morning." Like, I used to get that all the time in my YouTube notifications. I don't anymore. Yeah.
Every morning you open your...
Yeah, it was really weird. That said, we know there's more work to do. Building on our work over the past several years, we're taking this moment to examining how our policies and products are working for everyone, but specifically for the black community, and close any gaps. And more broadly, we will work to ensure that black users, how you doing, Breach? Artists and creators can share their stories and be protected from hateful white supremacist and bullying content. You guys remember when Carlos Maza came out and called out YouTube? YouTube immediately switched up the role because they recognized it affects their bottom line. And what did? They enacted all these policies about don't say this, you can't say that about this community, blah, blah, blah. I mean, just this week, we did a video where Riley J. Dennis essentially said that biological sex is not...
It's not a thing.
You know, basically it's mutable. It's not a real, like, stringent thing. And I was just like, ugh.
We didn't
misgender her. We didn't insult her. We didn't say anything. We just said, no, it is a reality. It is a scientific fact that these things are immutable. And that was flagged as hateful.
It's hateful to say that.
You know, even in the most respectful way that we could have had this discussion in a disagreement, because we stated scientific facts, it was deemed hateful.
Yeah, because you heard you hurt feelings.
So while, you know, they're talking about, we want to amplify black creators and it sounds great for us today, I recognize that tomorrow they can move on to the next group and then deem us as undesirable. So I would much rather that they just allow these opinions to be said than for them to sit there and be like, no, that's hateful. Based off of what? Your political leanings? You banned people who went against the World Health Organization. Weeks out later, the World Health Organization says they were wrong on a whole bunch of things. So you place whatever authority that you want as the right one, and then you say you're wrong if you don't agree with this. Meanwhile, they themselves, the authorities that you claim are right, are wrong on a lot of issues. So I can't trust your judgment, nor have you had a good track record with a lot of these issues. That's my personal take on it.
You know what I heard? The whole time he was talking, I heard we're gonna do this to benefit you if it really goes with what we're trying to do. Like, it's not really just benefit you, is if it goes with what you were trying to do. I don't always agree with people who are left leaning or right leaning. I don't agree with a lot of people. But I feel like everybody should have like a fair share of the cake. Now, because I'm dealing with YouTube right now, I feel some type of way about this. I'm like, yeah, no, you're lying. You're lying. You're not going to try to benefit. If it really falls into the characteristics of what you're trying to do, and you're going to be quick to call something hate and be quick to call something bullying in order to cancel it because it was going with what you're saying. So, I don't know. I'll see. I'm at that point. I'm not really big on believing everything that someone says right away. Oh yeah, we're gonna do this and that. To me, this right there, what you just read, that's politics to me. It's like a politician talking and saying, well, we're gonna do better for the people. I'm like,
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens and we'll see it unfold. But as of right now, I'm not convinced. Am I negative with that? Maybe, but I just see the trend of what has been going on, and now they've been doing things. So to be honest, I'm not convinced. I'll see. Like, the big headline is like, we have 100 mil. They're not gonna start chucking out checks to people, and the initiative is gonna be they're gonna put something in place that's gonna tally up to 100 millions. But they're not gonna start to give money to people out like that, which is fine. I mean, why would they? It's a business just like anybody else. It's a business before it's anything else. Okay, so whenever you have in the month of June, you have businesses. You have businesses with the rainbow flag. It's a business before it's anything else. The rainbow flag is not because they're not necessarily with that. It's because it's going to bring them more business. Okay? Whenever they do stuff for like around the month of February because of Black History Month, before it's any type of thing that's going to, push for good, and it's a business before all of that. Before anything good, before it's a business. So, yeah, I'm not convinced. Is it because I'm dead inside? Maybe. But it's also because I've seen this happen and happen often and over again.
I'm not optimistic about the way YouTube is going about things. It seems to me that a lot of these companies are doing this whole Black Lives Matter dance because it benefits their bottom line, but they aren't applying policies that actually make sense or have a real impact. They don't. They really don't. And so when you sit there, you be like, we're going to do all this work. Your track record hasn't been great, and I don't expect it to get any better going forward.
You sent me that article.
Yeah.
And you went, oh, we're about to get a check. I knew it was sarcasm right away, because you're not good at this. Let's be honest with it. No. You've never been good at this.
When they say Black creators, you know who they mean. Yes. People like Francesca James will be like, well, this is what systemic racism looks like. I'm just like, nobody wants to see these like bootleg BuzzFeed ripoffs go off here and then be like, we're the Black creators of YouTube. No, you're a face of it, but you're not the face of it.
And there's no such thing as the face of it.
Right? You're just as much of this platform, just the way same Anthony Brian Logan is, okay? I don't agree with either of you, but I recognize that you guys are both real Black creators. And when YouTube says we're going to support Black creators, what they're really saying is we're going to support specific people. I can't stand Candace Owen. I think she's garbage. Regardless of how I feel about her, I wouldn't support everything that she says being flagged as hate just because it disagrees with the consensus.
You sent me that stuff and you felt the ground shaking. That was me rolling my eyes so bad. I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
This is just meh.
Right.
But it's, it's Suzanne Wojnicki. Or whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry. Is that hateful?
I don't know. To me, it's just disappointing. Now they're going to have this roundtable, and I guarantee you, I'm going to pop into this roundtable that they have today, and it's mostly going to be the same type of voices. You can predict what's going to happen. So, listen, YouTube can say whatever it wants to say. It can go the direction it wants to go. But I'm not going to sit here as a Black creator and be like, oh my God.
We're about to get paid. Or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we'll see. Like I said, I guarantee you they're going to pick the button-up Black folks to be the ones at the face of this thing. It's not going to be interesting. But that's my take. What do you have? Any lasting thoughts? That's it? Leave your comments below. What do you think about this initiative? We want to hear your thoughts. Whether or not you trust YouTube to do the right thing.
Love, hey, look, do the right thing.